Got a warning to stop disturbing the class. I was at home with a cold. It was my birthday, so I was in a good mood. Went to first period Spanish still really happy, walked into the class, and said hello sir cheerfully. He then turned around and said there will be no cockiness in this classroom. I then got put on 3 days of exclusion for disrespecting teaching staff. Some kids were coughing super loudly to annoy the teacher, and I then sneezed unintentionally because I had a cold. The teacher thought I did it on purpose, called my parents, and told them I was being disrespectful. Suspended for 2 days. So when I was in 5th grade, an old friend of mine stole my keys for the lock of my bike. I chased after him around the whole school building. Suddenly, a teacher started shouting at us, and while I looked at her, my friend let me trip over his leg and I fell on my knee. Later, in the nurse's office, the teacher came and told me I was getting suspended for a week because of fighting. The thief received no punishment. I put a singular Dorito on my teacher's chair and she sat on it. She said it was sexual abuse, cried, and left the class for the rest of the period. I ended up getting 2 days ISS, but it was worth it. I once said bless you during a test, 2 days of detention. A boy in my French class had broken his arm and couldn't do any work alright. He asked our teacher where the bin was, so he could throw some paper away. Our teacher shouted at him, "Why haven't you written anything? Stop being lazy," and he got a detention. My friend has diabetes and one day, during a class test, he felt very sick so I quickly helped him. He could have died. The teacher suspended me for 2 days and gave me an F because I disturbed the class during a test. My Spanish teacher really has a grudge for me, and one day he gave me a detention for not writing the date in my notebook. Copied and pasted the word example 10,000 times in Microsoft Excel. I deleted it all in under 2 seconds, but the teacher kept screaming at me. Sent me to the principal's office, called my parents, detention for 5 days, and wasn't allowed to use the computers anymore. When I was in 4th grade, I wanted money so I offered to write homework for my classmates for $1 each. My best friend accepted, and because he was my best friend, I gave him a 50-cent discount. Then the teachers found out and told me to give everyone their money back. They didn't know about the discount, so I had to give him $1. I spent about 20 minutes doing homework and lost $0.5. Someone pulled down my pants and everyone saw my junk. I got suspended for flashing and for sexual abuse. I was in middle school and it was someone's birthday. I was in the cafeteria and their friends started singing happy birthday. Eventually the entire cafeteria was singing along. The principal entered and made us quiet down. He said there are no happy birthdays at this middle school, and we had to eat the rest of lunch in silence. At school I refused to ballroom dance and was then punished with detention. After the school day I was called to the deputy principal's office and my mother was waiting there for me. They sent me to see the school counselor for a month for refusing to dance. Once got suspended for 2 days because our school had a very strict no smoking policy. The cigarettes weren't even mine. A friend just passed the pack to me to hold while he tied his shoelaces, and a teacher came around the corner at the wrong time. I got in trouble for correcting the teacher when she said my name wrong during attendance. I once was spinning a basketball on my middle finger. I got detention for 3 days because I was flipping the bird to everyone. Once, when I was in 7th grade, we had this homework which was to color in a tree. I colored mine brown, since I liked the color brown. The next day, the teacher yelled at me for not doing my homework because the tree wasn't green and alive. She made me spend all of lunch coloring in that damn tree. I once got a detention for, and I'm quoting from the letter sent to my parents, producing a chocolate roll and commenting on how delicious it was. Once when I was in 6th grade, I went to the bathroom to pee. There were 3 of my classmates playing tag or something in the bathroom. For some reason, they used to climb the toilets and the doors and tag others then hide. While I was peeing, A toilet shattered and the boy that climbed on it fell. We all had to pay for that toilet, even me. I was just peeing. In 7th grade I had a very strict English teacher. It was the end of the year, so she thought it would be fun if we played a game of telephone as long as we didn't make fun of anyone in the class. I started, and came up with nobody likes Justin Bieber, just to be funny. It went around the circle and finally the last kid blurted out, nobody likes Justin. There was a kid in our class named Justin. I got detention. Next episode's question is, what gets weirder and weirder the more you think about it? To submit your answer for a chance to be featured, use the link below.